In September 1944, with the Allies pushing across France after the D-Day landings, a bold plan was hatched to end the war by Christmas. This was Operation Market Garden, a massive airborne assault designed to seize a series of crucial bridges in the Netherlands, creating a corridor for ground forces to punch straight into Germany's industrial heartland. The 1977 epic war film, A Bridge Too Far, directed by Richard Attenborough, tells the sprawling, star-studded story of this ambitious and ultimately tragic operation. The film meticulously breaks down the two parts of the plan. Market was the airborne component involving 3 entire divisions: the American 101st Airborne tasked with securing bridges around Eindhoven, the American 82nd Airborne, responsible for the bridges at Grave and Nijmegen, and the British 1st Airborne given the most distant and dangerous objective, the bridge at Arnhem, the titular Bridge Too Far. The garden part was the ground assault, where the British, the 30th Corps, led by General Horrocks, would race up a single highway, linking up with the paratroopers at each captured bridge. From the outset, the film establishes a sense of foreboding. We see British General Browning, played by Dirk Bogarde, dismiss intelligence reports of German Panzer divisions resting and refitting near Arnhem. His infamous line, after being warned about the risks, "I've always thought we were going a bridge too far," hangs over the entire narrative. The sheer scale of the operation is breathtakingly depicted. The sky fills with thousands of transport planes and gliders, a spectacle of Allied power. We follow key figures in each division as they prepare for the drop. Robert Redford plays Major Julian Cook of the 82nd, tasked with a near-suicidal daylight river crossing. James Caan is the tough-as-nails Staff Sergeant Eddie Dohan, who forces a terrified surgeon to operate on his captain at gunpoint. Michael Caine portrays the pragmatic and tenacious Lieutenant Colonel Joe Vandeleur. Leading the tanks of the 30th Corps, the initial drops are largely successful. The 101st, under General Maxwell Taylor, secures most of its objectives around Eindhoven, but the main bridge is blown up right in their faces, causing the first major delay. The 82nd, led by General James Gavin, played by Ryan O'Neill, quickly captures the massive bridge at Grave. However, the crucial bridge at Nijmegen proves a tougher nut to crack. The German resistance is far stronger than anticipated, and the paratroopers are forced into brutal street fighting. Meanwhile, the British 1st Airborne, under General Roy Urquhart, portrayed by the brilliant Sean Connery, lands the furthest from their target. Their radios don't work, their jeeps are lost in glider crashes, and they immediately run into the unexpected German SS Panzer divisions. Only a small contingent, led by the charismatic Lieutenant Colonel John Frost, played by Anthony Hopkins, manages to fight their way through to the northern end of the Arnhem Bridge. There they begin, holding a tiny perimeter against overwhelming odds, waiting for the ground forces that are supposed to arrive within 2 days. The film masterfully cross-cuts between these 3 desperate battles. We see the frustration of the American paratroopers at Nijmegen, who feel the British tankers are being too cautious. We see the agonizingly slow advance of the 30th Corps up Hell's Highway, a single narrow road constantly ambushed by German forces. Every destroyed tank or blown-up culvert creates a bottleneck, adding hours, then days to the timeline. The tanker's perspective shows the immense difficulty of advancing in a straight line through hostile territory with no room to maneuver. The heart of the film and the operation's greatest tragedy lies at Arnhem. Colonel Frost's men hold the bridge with incredible courage, repelling wave after wave of German tanks and infantry. Their ammunition dwindles, their casualties mount, and their hopes fade with each passing hour. The rest of their division is trapped miles away, unable to break through the German cordon to relieve them. The attempted resupply drops are a disaster, with most of the precious food and ammunition falling directly into German hands due to poor communication and inflexible planning. The climax of the Nijmegen battle is one of the film's most memorable sequences. With the ground troops stalled, Major Cook leads his men across the Vaal River in flimsy canvas boats under withering machine gun and mortar fire. It's a harrowing, heroic charge that finally secures the bridge, but it comes at a terrible cost and is ultimately too late to save the men at Arnhem. Back at Arnhem, General Urquhart, who has been cut off and forced to hide in an attic for a time, finally re-establishes contact with what's left of his division. But it's a lost cause. After 9 days of brutal fighting, with no relief in sight and their positions overrun, the order is given to withdraw. The battered, exhausted survivors attempt a desperate nighttime escape across the Rhine, leaving thousands of their wounded and dead comrades behind. Of the more than 10,000 men of the British 1st Airborne who landed, only around 2,000 make it back. Colonel Frost, wounded, is taken prisoner. The film's ending is somber and reflective. We see the human cost of failure. A Dutch doctor who aided the British looks over the ruins of his hospital, filled with the wounded of both sides. General Urquhart reports his catastrophic losses. The grand ambitious plan to end the war early has failed, resulting in more Allied casualties than the entire Normandy invasion. A Bridge Too Far is not a story of glorious victory, but a powerful and moving tribute to the soldiers who fought and died in Operation Market Garden. It's a stark reminder that in war, bravery and sacrifice are not always enough to overcome flawed planning and sheer bad luck. The film stands as a monumental cautionary tale about the devastating consequences of overconfidence and the terrible price of going just one bridge too far. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this summary, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into classic films.